Hang on, hang on. All right. Let's see. We're playing with my screen here. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Oh my gosh. Well, folks, it's 2022. Okay. Is it spicy enough for you? Oh my gosh. We're off to start. At least I feel like I am off to quite a spicy start for the new year. I think hi. Oh, you guys, I'm so glad that you are here. Hi, Eric and Mama Do. Oh, thank you. I try to smile as much as possible. Andy at More Films. Hello, Jamie at Brown Eyed Schemer. Endangered Dog at Christina. Hi, love. Josh. Hi, sweetheart. Terry Knuckles. Hey, guys, I am just honored that you are here and that you're spending a little time with me today. It is absolutely raining in Nashville. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Steven. Hi, Michael. Hi, Allie. Yeah, the whole gang is here. Hi, TK Bar. Oh, I love it. Oh, gosh. Oh, somebody's still waiting for my figure from NECA. I know, right? You know, right now we have this crazy, your favorite news lady. I love that. You know, we got the supply chain shortages. Everybody has gotten sick recently. And so it's just I try to have a clean mouth, but it is just a clusterfuck out there, folks. And so I kind of want to talk about that today because it's Wake Up Wednesday. It is the first Wake Up Wednesday of 2022. And, you know, I think we were all hoping that, at least I can only speak for myself. And that I was really hoping that we'd move into 2022 and it would be easier. It would be smoother. And it's not. We came in, there was a full moon last night, and I'm learning astrology, but it is a full moon. It's got cardinal squares and T's, and I have friends who really know their astrology way better than me, and they're like, woo, get ready. And I'm a Cancer, and so Cancer is ruled by the moon, and I love it. Swearing is strongly encouraged. Thank you, because I do swear like a sailor. And apparently there are studies that the more you swear, it's actually a sign of your intelligence. Anyway, being a Cancer, I am ruled by the moon. Man, you know, it seems like the older I get, the more I am impacted by what those planets out there are doing. And why not? I mean, you know, if the moon can move the tides, have you ever been caught in a wave? That's just one little tiny piece of the ocean. This moon can move all the oceans everywhere. So yeah, it's going to be a little rough out there when you are ruled by it, and if it's got some spicy elements to it. So in light, because it is as it is out there, and it is crazy. And let me just stop for 1 second and just say I am going to be answering some questions at the end. So hang out if you. I could only pick some because there were a bunch of questions, and so I picked the ones I thought most people want to know about. But anyway, so you know, in light of how crazy it is on planet Earth, I know I talk about this all the time. There's kind of like two components to it. One is that we're each walking our own individual paths, and they all look so radically different from each other. They just do. We're just different people. You know, and we have to find a way, or the challenge, this is what I find. So I'll talk in the first person. Yes, John Courtney, I agree with you. Okay, so I'm gonna get distracted. So I don't wanna get distracted. So we are going through these crazy times. We are in different places. We have different beliefs and thoughts and ways of living. A lot of them are not harmonious with each other right now, which is okay. And I'm learning every day a little bit more, how to make it inside okay what's happening outside. I have zero control about what's happening out there or what people are doing that I am in disagreement with. And I have no control over that. But I do have control over what's happening on my insides. Like, I can do that. And to that end, I've really been falling back into some old, techniques, tools that I've relied on, that I am now like leaning into hard. And one of them is it's a really simple one, and it's a really challenging one. Like yesterday, I was inflamed, and I called a friend of mine who I love and adore, and she gives me some of the very best advice. And a lot of times, if I call and there's something going on, what I love is that she is not the friend who's like going to get in the trenches with you and like commiserate. She sees this world in a whole different way. She's like, oh, I love this for you. I was saying, I feel like I'm just in this space of such unknowing right now. Like everything is just so unknown, and oh, it just feels relentless. And she said, I love that for you. I love that for you. I love that you're in this space. What needs to change about it? And I went, nothing, really. I have been on this path of transformation for so long that that I really have been practicing, like, the things that I talk to you guys about and that we share about are things that I am working on in my life. One of the things that's always disappointing is like when you meet somebody and like they talk a good talk and they're not anything like that in real life. Like they don't walk their talk. And I really do try. And so in my effort to just be cool with like how crazy my life felt yesterday, it feels a lot calmer today. And that's just today. It's going to be a little different tomorrow. That I don't have to change. I don't need the outside to change in order for my insides to change. And part of that is just letting go of what is and just accepting it. This is what is. Now breathe and let go. And it sounds really hard. And it is, it's challenging. But I'm telling you, the more you practice it, the easier it gets. That wasn't a very good tutorial about it. So I brought my friend, Michael A. Singer, Untethered Soul. I have to tell you, this book is an amazing book for learning how to let go. He has a second book called The Surrender Experiment. Read this one first. And then I would say anything by Pema, I'm not sure how you say her name. Pema Chodron. She is a Buddhist monk, and she is a fountain of wonderful information, philosophy, tools for living. I can't say enough about her or about Michael Singer. Um, Somebody put up, Jamie, you had just put in a comment about protecting your energy. And that's kind of the name of the game right now, is protecting your energy and your space. Like carving out your space in the midst of all of this chaos where you can feel connected and whole and aligned. And it doesn't mean like you have to have a spiritual belief. I personally am not part of any religion. I have no problem with people who are. I think it's awesome. Like whatever makes you happy is what is of value to you. If you don't have anything, that you can pick up a book or something, or you're kind of new to this and you're like, I want something, some deeper meaning in my life, just put your hand on your heart and breathe. And in your heart, there is this, we are like amazing creatures and beings. Our bodies are like incredible computers or spaceships, or we have these bodies that we are in are so magnificent. And when, at least I speak for myself, when I connect with my heart, everything calms down. And another caveat to that is, when you're connecting to your heart, breathe. Breathe. That beautiful breath, that pranic energy that is available to all of us, calms you down. I had somebody in my life who was having some panic attacks last week. And so they would call and we would just kind of hang out together while they were going through it. And a lot of it was just breathing and knowing that you're okay in spite of everything that's happening out there. Out there, I have no control over. None. I wish I did, but in here, I have a lot of control. And so it's really about mastering ourselves, mastering our minds. A big thing for me has been getting like a proper distance from social media and Instagram and Facebook. And I don't actually really like Facebook very much anymore. I'm in a couple of groups because of some courses that I'm taking, and they're there, and I do check in now and again because it's always lovely to have your birthday on Facebook. But mostly I don't really go to my Twitter anymore. It's pretty much Instagram and YouTube. And I'd really try to monitor how much I am there, because I just find that anybody who's seen The Social Experiment, is that what it's called? No, The Social Dilemma. The Social Dilemma. Those social media companies are trying to get your attention. They want your attention, they want your focus, they want your data, because it's very valuable to them. That is a very valuable, their most valuable tool that they have, and your attention and your data. And so I also find that it invites things sometimes into my world that I really don't need to know about. So what I've been doing is I have been doing a lot of books on Audible. And I have been listening to the classics. I tend to read a lot of philosophy, like before bed. But when I'm doing things like cleaning the house or running errands or doing anything that I sort of find is monotonous, I love to listen to an Audible book. For me, it's just a huge treat. And I'm listening to Jane Eyre right now. Over Christmas, I listened to The Christmas Carol. And, Tim Curry narrating The Christmas Carol. Like, what's better than that? And this is what strikes me. So, it's been a deep dive into philosophy. I've been reading a lot of stuff, or listening to a lot of stuff, because I'm a kid. I love to have stories read to me. Wow. Okay, so I'm reading Jane Eyre right now. And the capacity for humanity to be so intentionally cruel to each other, like, is astonishing. It's astonishing. And um, I think that it's one of the things when that I'm looking at, because the capacity of humans to be kind is astonishing. Like, we have a choice about this. And it might be that I was born um like I if I'm unkind to somebody or cruel to somebody, it weighs heavily on me. I have a very peaked conscience. Or, yeah, conscience. Like, if I'm in a store and something falls off a hanger, I'm the person who's going to pick it up. If I'm I mean, I'm just that kind of citizen on the earth. And um I I anytime I've been intentionally cruel to somebody, it has hurt me so much. And so there is a karmic back and forth of you get back what you put out. And so I'm reading these books, and like cruelty to children or cruelty to anybody or just deliberate cruelty. I after reading A Christmas Carol, I read A Tale of Two Cities. um, astonishing, the capacity for destruction. And okay, so why am I talking about that? I want to believe that we're evolving, and I do believe that we are, and I do believe that people have more awareness than back then about how to treat people, how to treat ourselves, and that we have now an opportunity and maybe even a responsibility, given what's happening in the world, to really extend some kindness to others and to really be one of the, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? And what I've learned is that I really want to be part of the solution. And sometimes where I get into trouble is when I'm trying to get you to change your mind about your truth. Like when I want you to understand like why I feel like I feel and blah, 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 blah. It's like nobody cares about you. And all it's going to do is probably piss off your family or piss off your friends or whatever, piss off other people. Or I let them piss me off, and it's like, it's just pointless. And especially since I don't think necessarily that it's going to get easier right now. I want to believe that it is, but I don't think. I think we have so much chaos everywhere that it's just going to be what it is for a while. So more important than ever to create your own reality. You are the creator of your reality. You are. And as crazy as that sounds for some people, they're like, no, you should work in the office I work in, or you should have the kids that I have, or the marriage that I have, or I don't have anybody, or whatever. I get that. It's the thing about being human is that we're really dense. Our particles are very slow moving. We are very slow moving. And we believe that what is in front of us is the absolute and utter reality. And that is not true. That is not true. There is a quantum field out there that has so many possibilities in it. And we have this incredible power of focus within us to focus our energy and create new opportunities for ourselves. And sometimes, especially when it's really difficult, sometimes you just have to create that. Well, always you have to create that in your imagination first. I mean, our imaginations are where it's at. And if you don't feel like you are closely connected to your imagination, I would say go play with yourself. And you know what I mean by that. Go, like, What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel light? What makes you feel, oh, like a kid and frisky and happy and, like lighter than all the bullshit that's around? I love it. Joseph Campbell always said, follow your bliss and do the things that you love. And even if nobody else gets it, fuck that. Who cares? Do what you love and create. Whoops, sorry. I'm sorry. There are children listening. This is a family chat. I'm sorry. Children, don't swear like me. It's not good for you. And plus, as I told my children who grew up to be big swearers, it doesn't make you look so smart sometimes, even though studies might say something different. But there are a lot of words in the English language and in vocabulary, and it's really good to find the more creative ones. I certainly learned that from a writing class once, and thank you to Claudette Sutherland for that. Anyway, I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I just want to say again, if you're looking for a little solace, this is a great book. This is a truly great book. Michael A. Singer, The Untethered Soul. You can get it on Amazon or any wonderful independent bookstore that you might happen to frequent. And also, you can go on Amazon and they always have used books and used booksellers. And every now and again, I love to get a new book, and it's good to be a little more environmental and share this stuff and share your books and stuff. And I love whenever I see people who have those wonderful libraries and out in front of their houses. Okay, so I had asked some people for some questions, and I'm going to just go ahead and answer them really quick. This is from Samarazco, 2002. And if I could be in one of the big franchises out there, which would I pick? Ghostbusters, Marvel, or DC? That's a tough one. I'm gonna say, and I love all the Ghostbusters people that I see out at Comic-Cons. I love you. I love you, especially when you have the whole pack that lights up, and the really great ones where it smells like marshmallows when the smoke comes out. I'm going with Marvel. I am. I'm sorry, but I am. Also, somebody, and this was a second part to the question, was if I had the chance to do a lead role, like just a chance of a lifetime, and I had to like shave my head or gain weight or lose weight or buff out or whatever, would I do it? And it's like, what? Yeah, of course I would. I would love to. And the good part is they always hire trainers to help you, usually, unless maybe, I guess if it was an independent film, they might not have those kinds of resources. But yeah, I mean, that's part of the joy. That's like giving me candy. Who doesn't want that? Andy at More Films wanted to know Precious Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle memory. And there were a bunch of people who wanted to know that. And I would say that my favorite memories were the ones that were off camera. And it was just when we were all hanging out with each other and getting to know each other and kind of falling in love with each other. I loved our times we'd wrap on Saturday and everybody was just exhausted, and we were always like heading to the beach or heading bowling or to a bar or hanging out or something. And those were some of my most precious memories, for sure. I love those guys, everybody, the crew, the cast, I'm so, yeah, it does sound like summer camp. It was like summer camp. And, you know, and it's so much fun for me when I get to see everybody. Okay, if aliens were on Earth, what would I tell them about redheads? Well, I would tell them they're the spiciest of the creatures. They're the best lovers. And they are Earth mamas. It seems like every redhead I know is an Earth mama. Best singer? I don't know. And then, okay, so somebody asked, and that was, that was Green January. And then Ninja X3 wants to know my thoughts on the Power Rangers. I have some thoughts on the Power Rangers. Since I started doing Comic-Cons, somebody said that his wife is a redhead. Judging by my wife, they're the most heavily armed. That's hilarious. I just love the Power Rangers. Nakia Burris and Karen Ashley and Walter Jones and Jason David Frank and Catherine Sutherland. I mean, these are all great people that I've had the opportunity to hang out with when I'm doing Comic-Cons. And Karen Ashley and Nakia Burris and I believe Catherine Sutherland as well have joined together, and they're doing something called Ranger Stop and PopCon. It's Ranger Stop and Pop. And I am going to be doing 2 Comic-Cons with Ranger Stop and Pop this year. I'm going to be in Atlanta in June 10th and 12th. And then I'm going to be in Orlando, and I didn't put the dates down. I'll let you guys know. I'm coming out in the end of February as my first Comic-Con of the year. I will be hitting them this year. I've got a list, and it seems like they just keep coming in more and more. So it always changes. I know none of those places sound like Detroit. I love Motor City. That's a favorite Comic-Con of mine. Although I have many. I love meeting you guys, honestly. I just have so much fun doing this. So I'm excited about that. It's not just going to be Power Rangers. There's a whole bunch of people. They did their first Ranger Stop and Pop in last year in Atlanta, and it went great, man. They had such a wonderful turnout. So I'm going to be joining them. I'm excited about that. And would I be up for a sequel of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And that was Edwin Arzola asked that question. I love it. And would I be up for a sequel? What do you think? Here's the thing, guys. I'm an actor, an actress. Actually, I prefer calling myself an actress. I am an actress, and that is that's what I love. Any chance that I get to do that, provided it's a decent script, I am all in. And so that would be a yes, absolutely a yes. So same goes with Halloween Town. If they wanted to do another one of those, here's the thing. I've been doing this for like over 30 years, and I really love what I do. And it's challenging because as you get older in this industry, the value, and I would say particularly of women, goes down. And I even hesitate to say that out loud because I find women of all ages. I mean, you're going to tell me Judi Dench is not valuable and awesome? Or, why can't I think of her name? Professor McGonagall. when she was in the prime of Miss Jane Brodie. Why can't I think of her? Brilliant actor. There's so many older actresses. Men have a little easier time of it. Yes, Emma Thompson. I mean, so many tremendously talented. Although Maggie Smith, yes, Emma Thompson, goes on that list as well. Thompson. There are so many amazing actresses: Sissy Spacek, Ellen Burstyn, both who I admire so much. So it gets a little more challenging, and there's not quite as many opportunities. And, hopefully one of the things that will be, evolving along with us, which is why I spend so much time. Oh my gosh, I'm already at 30 minutes. I'm sorry. But why I spend so much time talking about health and well-being is that we're all going to get older. We're all going to age. Let's stay as healthy and rejuvenated naturally as we can be. Let's take really good care of our bodies. These beautiful bodies that we have, I do believe they go into the hundreds. I think we're going to be seeing that. I mean, we've already seen like that from 40. The average age was like 40 years old, and now I don't know. The people are in their 80s. They say my mom is 82, and my husband was telling me that the women's chance of once you've hit 80, your chance of hitting 90 is like practically 100%, barring you don't get hit by a car or something like that. But that you've got, people are genetically can have predisposition for longevity. However, with epigenetics and what they're learning about gene therapy and what we're learning about what the body can do, you can, if you are predisposed for a family disease that you don't want to have, you can, through epigenetics, through the way that you take care of your body, you can downregulate those genes and turn them off. We have amazing bodies. We have amazing brains. We have amazing hearts. We do. We just have to lean into it. We just have to believe. Now is the time of believing. Now is the time to have a fantasy life like you can't believe, because it's going to prop you up. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I so appreciate you being here with me today. And Betty White, come on, 99. Just amazing. Like Betty White, bow to Betty. May she rest in peace. I'm sure she is. I'm sure she's having a blast wherever she has moved on to. Anyway, I love you guys. And thanks for spending time with me. I don't know when I'll be back, if it'll be next week or the following week. I'm going to try to do this more regularly. Please drop comments. Let me know, what resonates with you, what doesn't, what you might like to talk about, what you might like to have me cover, how you're doing, what you're doing, where you are. I always love to know where you are in the world, because I have people from all over the world, and that is a thrill. That is such a thrill. I love you guys so much. Please take good care of yourself, and I will see you soon.